Guys, it's day 23 and I just needed to catch up with everybody. It's been a crazy month. There's so much going on, but I really wanted to touch base with Down syndrome and selective mutism. So, you know, my daughter is 10 years old, Down syndrome, and she is amazing. She is very strong, and I just want to let you know, as a parent, believe in your children. Always believe in your children, because they are your teachers, and they're amazing people, and they will teach you to grow. They will teach you to smile. They'll teach you to laugh, and they want everything that everybody else wants. So remind yourself that you have to be a parent and expect what you would expect out of any other child with their accommodations. And it's okay. And here's the cool thing. Like, brushing your teeth on your own, it's like a freaking joy in my house. Wiping your butt, oh my God, I didn't have to wipe your butt today. Fantastic! I mean, like, the little things that people take for granted is like huge for us. So, like, people just don't understand when we're like, oh my God, my kid pooped on the toilet and I didn't have to use a product to get the poop out. Or I didn't have to wipe their butt today. It's like amazing. Just saying. I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. So to have a 10-year-old, not only does she wipe her own butt, take her own baths, she will also put her bath water in, wash her own hair, and she has her own dryer and dries her own hair and puts it all in a ponytail. And you can see it on my YouTube videos that she does this on her own. It ain't me just talking it. She does it because I expect her to do it. Would you take a 10-year-old and wipe their butt? Would you take a 10-year-old and fill their bath water up? Would you take a 10-year-old and brush their hair all the time? Would you blow dry it all the time? Not really. I think a 10-year-old can do these things. Then, to dress themselves, like, I don't dress her. She dresses herself. She's 10. Now, let's say she's creative with her clothes, but you know what? That's who she is, so I'm okay with it. If she wants to wear stripes and polka dots, then she can wear stripes and polka dots. I'm okay, because I didn't have to dress her. So, Abby can be who she wants. And that's the cool part, is that for me, I just don't care. Because she don't care. Because she is cute as a whip, and everybody she meets just loves her. So, remind yourself, with or with a child with accommodations, you should love them for who they are, and you should celebrate every little milestone. Because for us, it's a big thing. And you should make a big thing for your kid, too. Because that's what happens with amazing kids. Now, with my son with selective mutism, and as you guys all know, my hair looks really bad, and I'm sorry, it's super late. It's 10:45 at night. I've been working all day, and I had a super crazy day. I don't even want to go into it because I'll cry, and I don't want to be a crier tonight because I already did that. Been there, done that. But my son with the SM. So you've seen some podcasts. He had stopped talking when he was 3, and I didn't know what it was, and I YouTubed selective mutism, or let me rephrase that. I YouTubed my son with just the wording of eating his shirt, putting his hands, I'm sorry, I'm Googling while I'm talking to you, and I'm not very good at that, because I, throughout my history of school, had a learning disability. So, I know what it is to have a disability myself, being in, back in the day it was called the special ed room, and back in the day it was called the retarded room, which is a word that we have been fighting so long for people not to say. And thank God people are starting to realize that is a horrible word, but that is true. I mean, it is. So that's what happened to me as a child. So I can't do both at once. Let me just get that. But, okay, so I just want to give you the name of this place. Because I told you guys that I would let you know what worked for my son. So I Googled it. And when I Googled it, this YouTube video came up. And this YouTube video was about this lady. And her name was Dr. Alyssa Shippon Blum. And so when I YouTubed this video and it came up, and I saw this lady's YouTube video, and if I figure it out, I actually will put it in somewhere, the feeds, so you guys can see this video yourself. But so I went online and I put in there biting a shirt, anxiety. I just typed in anxiety. I really wasn't sure what my son has because I don't have anxiety. So, but as I age, I guess I do. So I YouTubed it, and this video came up, and I'm trying to get the video for you. And it was a YouTube video, and I believe it was 2020. And I want to be correct with you on that, and I apologize that I'm doing this live. I do not know how to do this. I actually had a student today tell me that she would help me do this video stuff because I'm not really good at it. And it's not that I'm not good at it. I'll be honest. I do a lot of things, so time is, when I'm not at work, my time is to my kids because I was told I couldn't have kids. So when I was able to, God bless me with my Abby, then I was like, oh my God. Long story short, I spend my time with my kids because I want to teach them and empower them and be amazing people and human beings in this world and direct them in the right paths. But anyway, okay, so I went online. I went to this 2020 video came up. And this doctor. Now, at the time, I didn't put it together, to be honest. I really didn't. And I was online, and when I was online, the 2020 video come up, and I watched it. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is my son. Like, to the T, the meltdowns, okay, yes, it was 2020 selective mutism. It's, actually, if you just type in 2020 selective mutism YouTube, it'll come up. Like, literally, it comes up. So, this is it. I don't know if you can see that, if I'm doing this right, but, yeah, this is it.
And it's not
so, totally, this was my son. So, I was like, oh my gosh, this is my son. So that was when he was 3. And then I told you guys in 2018 he started talking. 2016 is when I saw this. And we went 2016 of December. We went to actually this Jersey. And we went to the Smart Center, had a conference. There was only one other parent there. All the rest were teachers and therapists. So we went to this conference. My husband and I drove in the winter in a snowstorm. It was crazy, but we went. We spent literally the whole day there. So we drove on a Friday. The conference was on a Saturday, and we drove home on Sunday because Wisconsin was heading for a huge snowstorm. It was insane. So we went. So it literally was a whole entire day of learning about SM, learning about her story, and learning about treatment and the Bridge program. So as I said, I was going to tell you guys what we did. So this is what we did. We bought everything. Everything. Because it's not here. And insurance wasn't covering it. And nobody knew what it was. So we bought all the videos that she had. All the books that she had. And literally, I studied them. And studied them. And then I called the school up. And I talked to my son, Wendy Uppergrove. I talked to her. I said, I have a program for my son. I found something. I talked to Debbie Ackerman. I talked to the school. They go to Salem Grade School, and it's the biggest elementary school in Wisconsin. And they were very open to listen to what I had to say. And I got my son a therapist. Long story short, that therapist didn't work, so I had to get a new therapist. We have gone through several. We finally have a great one that is working with us that have taken the information, and she herself is learning about selective mutism. So what I can say is this. You need to find a program. Your child needs to be in therapy. Your you need to follow something with a guidance to help you. And it was an amazing opportunity for us because while we were there, there was a therapist there, and she was a professor and a speech therapist that was there, and asked if there was any volunteers that wanted to be part of her research. So the crazy thing of all of that was the fact that being the mom that I am and the advocate that I am for Down syndrome and selective mutism, I was like, yeah, I'll do it. What do we need to do? She's like, oh, you just fill out this paperwork. All right. So I was like, okay. So I filled out the paperwork, and I was like, I'm sorry, I'm Googling. I was like, okay, didn't hear anything, didn't hear anything, didn't hear anything, didn't hear anything. And I was like, oh, I guess we're not picked. I guess we're not picked. And we got picked. We got picked. And so with us being picked, she became an advocate for Ray's speech teacher. And I'm looking at the dates of all this. And when she contacted Ray's speech therapist, she helped Miss Uppergrove with the process of Ray and the book that they needed and the therapy that they needed. And she was basically the confidant, the person that she was able to talk to help my son talk. So I have to be honest, I owe her everything, Miss Uppergrove, because she literally took the information, learned about it, and used it with Ray and the guidance of the pathologist, speech pathologist in Texas. And they developed a relationship, and they learned a lot together about Raymond, and my son became a statistic for her. So I'm very grateful that I went to the seminar. I'm very grateful that my son was part of this process, and I'm very grateful that they chose him to be part of it. So we've had a lot of stuff happen to him in a very short time. And I'm sorry, I need to get off this. I'm Googling because I want to give you the correct information, and I apologize. But he talks, and he started talking started talking to family in December of 2017, and then he started talking to school in January of 2018. So as a parent, as a mom, fight for your kids, believe in your kids, and do anything that's possible. I don't have money. I mean, I'm not rich. I don't have money. And this wasn't about finances. This was about us learning, doing this education ourselves, and being able to do something to help our kid. And it has been amazing opportunity. And being able to, I am super sorry, my computer's going to die, and I need to get this saved because I just did this whole presentation on my computer that I have to present tomorrow about the exciting news that I will share with everybody once I get this process started and how it's going to run. So now you got my full attention, and I apologize. So now I guess the lighting's going to be crappy. No, let me put the... Okay, so, hi, sorry. Okay, so again, I am really sorry. This is 14 minutes already too long. Nobody wants to sit here and listen to me, but I do want to get this out. So if you're a mom, if you're a dad, if your child all of a sudden stops talking, okay, he's not defiant. He or she is not being a brat. People don't understand it, and you as a parent won't understand it. It is devastating. You don't know what to do, but there's help out there, and you have to do work. I'm just going to say it. I mean, that's reality. You have to do the work. if you don't have the finances, and I don't have the finances, my kid doesn't get Social Security. I mean, my husband and I, we work a lot to live life, and just like everybody else. So we get nothing handed to us. So I couldn't get someone to pay for this. I had to pay for it myself. My insurance didn't cover it. So to spend $600 on all the materials, it was worth it. I mean, really, put money away. $100 a month, 6 months later, you have everything you need to start your kid. Whatever it takes, family, birthdays, give me money. Christmas, give me money. Any holiday available, give me money because I want to help my kid. I mean, you got to find a way. You know, we're the only ones that block the vision of what we want for our kids. So let's not block it. Let's empower our children. So I learned this program, brought it to the school, got a therapist, and then I had recently, in the last 6 months, started my son on a very low dose of anxiety medicine. Matter of fact, it's 2 ml. That's it. But what that did was take the edge off. It's kind of like being on the edge of a mountain, ready to jump off, but afraid because the parachute's not opening. So by giving him the 2 ml, it allowed him to get on the edge and jump. So he jumped, and he talks. And every day it gets better, and every day it gets better, and every day it gets better. And now it's amazing. So I'm just telling you, we have a lot of information of Down syndrome, and I'm so blessed for that. And the amazing stuff that's going to be happening is stuff about Down syndrome, so stay tuned to that. But I really wanted to focus on my son with selective mutism because it breaks my heart to go on social media and read stories about families and read stories of I don't know what to do and read stories. You know, as a parent, you got to step it up, man. Step it up. Do what's right for your kid and do what's right for your soul because no one else is going to do it. No one else is going to take care of your kid except for you as the parent. So step it up. Get educated. I couldn't afford it either, but $600 I could afford, and I learned it, and I taught it. And do I have time? Again, I have 2 kids with accommodations and now 3. So, and I'm old. I'm an old mama with a 3-year-old because God blessed me at an older age, but I'm okay with that because I'm blessed. So, God bless you. I'm sorry it's like 18 minutes long, but I just needed to say we haven't been on in a couple weeks, or days I should say, because it's been so busy. But we love you. God bless, and have a wonderful evening.